Stop scrolling and take a listen to this deep Bible fact. The reason God had to place cherubim, which in the Bible have the faces of an ox, an eagle, a lion, and a man. The reason he had to place them to guard the tree of life is because if he didn't, Jesus could not come. Well, Ty, what do you mean by that? Take a look at this in the Bible, and the look at what God prevented then will be fulfilled during the tribulation and will keep people from salvation. When you go to Genesis chapter 3, verse 22, then the Lord God said, behold, the man has become like one of us to know good and evil. And now lest he put out his hand and take also of the tree of life to eat and live forever. So God acknowledged that if man would have eaten from the tree of life again, he would have lived forever. So he placed cherubim at the east of the Garden of Eden and a flaming sword which turned every way to guard the tree of life to make sure that man did not get back to it after he kicked man out. Why is this? Because you have to remember, after man sinned, sin now was infused in the human being DNA. And if man would have eaten from the tree of life, that would have given man the ability to live forever in his sinful nature. Meaning Jesus couldn't have come and died for us, which means that nobody would have went to heaven. Because Yeshua, Jesus, he's Mashiach, Messiah, not only over to the earth to bring peace and restore the earth, but over our souls. It was never God's intention for us to be separated from him forever. And when you read the Tanakh in the Old Testament, whenever the righteous dead died, they didn't go to heaven. They went to a compartment in Sheol, which Luke 16 calls Abraham's bosom. The other side was hell and torment. But here's where it gets more intriguing. Man is trying to find his way back to the Garden of Eden to reach immortality. You take a look at these articles. Jeff Bezos is paying for a way to make humans immortal. He's backing a new biotech company working on cellular rejuvenation programming. Silicon Valley's quest to live forever could benefit humanity as a whole, and here's why. A growing number of tech billionaires have decided they want to use their enormous wealth to try and help humans cheat death. Amazon's Jeff Bezos, Alphabet's Larry Page, Oracle's Larry Ellison. Is Silicon Valley's quest for immortality a fate worse than death? So you get the point. The very thing that God sought to keep man from in the Garden of Eden, immortality within the sinful nature, is exactly what man is going after now, immortality. But this time, God will let it happen. He'll let it happen to a few that really want it. And because they can't find death, they can't get to heaven. They can't be saved because in order to be saved, the sin nature in you has to die. The physical body has to die or be transformed at the rapture. How do we know this? We go to Revelation 9:6. It says, in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. God will let it happen in the tribulation, but because they can't die, they can't be saved. And that'll be their judgment. Hit follow for more. If you want to learn more about identifying the beast economy, the mark of the beast system before the tribulation, how to break the spirit of poverty, accessing God's provision, and more, click the link in my story or bio to join this month's class.